Hi, this video is in continuation with my previous video where we talked about swapping to variables. Now, this time we are going to swap to variables, but without using a third variable. So let's check that out. Let's open an online compiler. And again, we'll remove the unwanted comments. So today's question is write a program to swap to variables without using. I'll precisely write this without using a third variable. I can give you a hint if you want to try this out. And the hint is use a pair of arithmetic operators. You can pause this, try it on your own, come back and check for the solution. All right, let's take two variables. Variable m, storing the data 6. Variable n, storing the data, let's say 5. I want to swap these values. Okay, let's go for 15. Why it has to be always 5, right? So ultimately, what answer do I want? So ultimately, what is the answer we are expecting? The answer is m should become 15 and n should become 6. So this is the solution what we are looking at. Now, if we are not going to use another variable, what exactly we are going to do? I cannot simply write m equals to n. If I do so, the value of variable m and the value of variable n will be same. You can check that by printing both the values. So let's print the value of m followed by the value of n. So it's same. And even if I do it reverse, it'll be the same thing. Both will have 6 as an answer. So here swapping did not happen. Instead, we are losing data. We are losing one of the values of a variable. So definitely this is not the way to be done. So let's write before swapping, what values do we have? Before swapping, we have n equals to 6 and n equals to 15. All right. Let's have a look at our variables. Again, using a memory table. What is a memory table? Memory table keeps track of our what? Variables and their values. All right. So I have variable m. I have variable n. I have the values 6 and I have 15 in variable n. Now, I have given you a hint. If you have tried this a little bit, I've given a hint that we are going to use a pair of arithmetic operators. And that pair of arithmetic operator is addition and subtraction. Even now, you can pause, use both the operators, try to get the answer. Okay. All right. Till then, we'll write a solution. So how are we going to use? First, I would like to add both of them, m plus n, and store it in any one of the variable out of m and n. Let's say I'll choose m. So what am I doing? Adding m plus n and storing it in variable n. All right. So m plus n, 6 plus 15, that's 21. And I would like to store it in m itself. So 6 is going to get overwritten by 21. All right. You might be thinking the value of variable m has been lost. It's not. We have added both of them together and it's been saved in variable m only. Let's see what do I mean by that. After doing this, I would like to subtract m from n. I'll repeat, I'll subtract m from n. That way, 21 minus 15 will become 6. So now, after this step, I would like to subtract 21 with 15. That is m minus n. Why so? So that we can get 6 from this sum. So 21 minus 15, we know it will be 6. So I would like to store that 6 in variable n. Are we losing 15? No. So your 15 is going to get overwritten by value 6. So this step is done and we are remaining with our last step, which will give us the swap values. Here I'll again do m minus n, that is 21 minus 6, and you might have got by this time that 21 minus 6 is 15, which we want to store back in m. So again, variable m's value is going to get overwritten by 15. So we achieved what we wanted. So here you can see the value of m, which was 6, is now 15, and the value of n, which was storing 15 earlier, has become 6. Let's print and check our answer, that is our logic correct or not. So I'd like to print again this to statement, and we'll just change this before as after and click run. So let's see the values. Before swapping, m is 6. After swapping, m is 15. Before swapping, n is 15. After swapping, n is 6. Now, if you want to check out the values of this memory table m and n in between, what you can do is you can simply print the values of them after each statement. Print m, print n, print m, and you'll find the intermediate values of m and n are 21, and then it becomes 6 and 15, etc. So this is how you can swap two variables without using a third variable. Now, if you want, you can try one more alternate way for swapping two variables without a third variable. I'll show you that, how to do this. So for that, let's give this as method 1, where we have used addition operation and subtraction to achieve swapping. Similarly, what I can do is there is another method, there is an alternative to do so. But again, it will be a pair of arithmetic operator. And if you're thinking in the right direction, you might have got the answer that it is multiplication and division. So let's try this out. On a similar basis, what we are going to do is, let's first of all clear this out. Okay, so we have our memory table clear. We have created a new fresh memory table. We'll store the values m. We'll store the values along with the variable's name, m and n. M is 6, n is 15. Okay. What we are trying to do, will multiply m by n. Again, you can choose any one variable to store the product. Let's say earlier we had used m, this time we will use n. So m into n, 6 into 15, that is 90. So I would like to store product of 6 and 15 as 90 in variable n. Now, this step is achieved. We have multiplied both the values and n is storing the product. Now I'll divide the variables. That is, I'll divide n by m. Now remember, this is Python. You don't want to do float division. Okay. You don't want decimal numbers in the question. You want floor division. So for that, we will use 2 slashes. Although we know 90 divided by 60 is going to get an integer value, still we will use n / m. That is, we are going to perform floor division on variables n and m. We'll divide them, and after dividing, we would like to store the answer in variable m. So 90 divided by 6, we know that is 15. So that way, 6 gets overwritten by 15. Again, on a similar basis, what we are going to do is, I'll again divide n by m, and this time I'll store the value back to variable m. So here, if 90 is getting divided by 15, we know the answer is 6. So 90 will get overwritten by 6, and that will be stored in variable m. So now if we try and print the value of variable m and n after swapping, let's comment this out. Let's comment method 1 completely. and print the result of method 2. Let's run this program. So there you go. Before swapping, M is 6. After swapping, it has changed the value. Similarly, N, which was 15 earlier, has become 6 after swapping. So this way, you can either swap two variables without using a third variable by using a pair of addition and subtraction or multiplication and division operator. That's all for now. Thank you.